AI is no longer coming. It is here. Right now, as you watch this, an algorithm is writing a report somewhere. Another is diagnosing a disease. Another is deciding which job application gets seen and which one disappears. A machine is approving a loan, denying a loan, flagging a face, generating a voice that sounds almost human. Almost. Every month it becomes faster, smarter, more capable. And if you're honest, part of you feels it. That quiet tension, that small question in the back of your mind, where do I fit in this future? Because here's what makes this moment different. This isn't just another technology wave. This isn't just the internet or smartphones. Again, this is intelligence, or at least something that looks like it. But here's the truth. Nobody says clearly enough. AI does not understand the world. It does not wake up at 3 a.m. worrying about a decision it made. It does not carry guilt. It does not feel loyalty. It does not fear consequences. It predicts. It calculates. It generates. It does not care. And that changes everything. Because the future will not belong to the fastest thinker. It will belong to the most human one. There are 5 skills that will survive this era. 5 abilities that machines cannot truly replace. And if you don't build them slowly, intentionally, you risk becoming dependent on something that does not understand you. The first skill is judgment, not intelligence. Judgment. AI can give you 10 answers in seconds. Clean answers, confident answers, answers that sound so polished you almost feel foolish questioning them. That's the danger, because speed creates trust, and confidence creates obedience. But judgment creates control. Strong judgment begins with a pause. And in a world moving this fast, the pause feels uncomfortable. It feels slow. It feels weak. It is not weak. It is power. Before you accept an answer, you ask, is this true? What is missing? Who benefits? Who could be harmed? What problem am I really solving? Because here's the terrifying part. AI will solve the wrong problem perfectly. If you feed it the wrong goal, it will optimize that goal without hesitation, without morality, without context. Only you can decide what should be optimized. Only you can weigh long-term cost against short-term gain. Only you can say, no, this is not the right direction. Without judgment, you don't use AI. AI uses you. And once you reclaim control through judgment, you face the next threat: change. The second skill is learning. Because even if you think clearly today, what happens when the tools change tomorrow? What happens when the skill you mastered becomes automated next year? The people who break in this era won't break because they aren't smart. They'll break because they stop adapting. Real learning is not scrolling. It is not collecting information. It is not watching endless tutorials. Real learning is uncomfortable. It is trying, failing, adjusting, trying again. It is looking at your results and saying, this didn't work. Why? And here's where it becomes emotional. Because adapting means letting go of who you used to be good at being. It means admitting your old strengths might not be enough anymore. That hurts. But resisting change hurts more. The advantage now belongs to the person who can recover fast, who can test quickly, who can rebuild without ego. Try, measure, adjust, repeat, over and over. Learning is no longer a phase of life. It is a survival loop. But even that is not enough, because no one survives this shift alone. The third skill is people skill. And this is where the tension deepens. Machines are becoming better at sounding human. They can mimic empathy. They can simulate encouragement. They can generate motivational speeches that feel real, but they do not feel. They do not sit across from someone and sense the silence after bad news. They do not notice the micro expression of doubt in someone's face. They do not carry shared history. Trust is built in moments AI cannot measure. Listening is becoming rare. Real listening. Not waiting to reply, not scanning for your turn to speak. Listening to understand. Because when automation increases, human connection becomes the real currency. Teams that collapse in this era won't collapse because of technology. They'll collapse because of mistrust. If AI increases speed, humans must increase trust. Clear roles, clear responsibility, honest communication, early repair of mistakes. If something goes wrong and no one takes ownership, the damage spreads faster than ever. And here's the quiet fear many people don't admit. As machines become more capable, humans can become more distant, more isolated. more replaceable. Unless they build bonds that cannot be automated. Which brings us to the fourth skill, communication. In a world where everyone can generate endless content instantly, clarity becomes rare. Your inbox is full, your feeds are endless, reports are longer, messages are constant. Noise is everywhere, and in noise, confusion grows. Communication that survives this era is not louder, it is clearer. It starts with one point, one message, one direction. It removes the unnecessary. It answers three silent questions in every mind. What are you saying? Why does it matter? What should I do next? If your message does not drive action, it disappears into the noise. And here's the suspenseful truth. AI can generate language, but only you can generate meaning. Only you can sense when your tone will cause harm. Only you can adjust for the emotional state of the person in front of you. Only you can decide what should not be said. Because words are power. And power without responsibility is dangerous. Which brings us to the final skill, ethics. This is the one people underestimate. AI multiplies power. A single person can now influence thousands, automate decisions, scale actions instantly. And when power scales, mistakes scale. A biased system can affect millions. A flawed assumption can deny opportunities. A careless use of automation can destroy trust overnight. Ethics is no longer optional. It is protection. It is asking, should we? Not just, can we? It is protecting privacy even when shortcuts are easier. It is reviewing high-risk decisions even when speed is tempting. It is admitting mistakes quickly before they spread. Because here is the cold reality. AI does not feel regret. You do. AI does not face the human consequences. You will. Ethics keeps judgment honest. It keeps learning safe. It keeps teams respectful. It keeps communication truthful. Without it, intelligence becomes manipulation. With it, intelligence becomes progress. Now step back. These 5 skills, judgment, learning, people, skill, communication, ethics, are not separate. They are a system. Remove judgment, and speed turns reckless. Remove learning, and you become obsolete. Remove people, skill, and trust collapses. Remove communication, and confusion spreads. Remove ethics, and power becomes dangerous. This is not about fighting AI. It is about leading it. And leadership is built in small daily decisions. Pause before big choices. Review what worked and what failed. Listen fully. Speak clearly. Set boundaries for powerful tools. These habits feel small, but over time, they shape identity. And identity is what survives disruption. AI will continue to grow. It will become more impressive, more integrated, more invisible, but it will still require direction. The question is not whether AI will replace humans. The question is which humans will remain irreplaceable. The ones who think deeply, the ones who adapt quickly, the ones who build trust, the ones who communicate clearly, the ones who protect what matters. So here is the challenge. Do not panic, do not freeze, and do not blindly hand over your thinking. Choose one of these skills. Strengthen it this week. Practice it deliberately. Because in the end, what survives this era will not be raw processing power. It will be human wisdom, human connection, human responsibility, and those who build them will not fear the future. They will shape it.